When the Royal Ocean Racing Club fleet set out from Lanzarote at the start of the annual Transatlantic race, winning was on everybody's minds. But as the conditions developed, for some the focus was on setting a new course record too. And the first boat to do this was Jason Carroll's MOD 70 trimaran Argo, that set a new time for the 3,000-mile course of a few minutes shy of 5 days. In some ways, it wasn't surprising that it was this boat and crew that did it. Not only are they very familiar with racing across the Atlantic, but this year, as always, they were pushed hard by the other Mod 70 Zoulou, who were just 2.5 hours behind. The second new record was set by the 111-foot Superyacht Raven that crossed the pond in just under 7 days to set a new course record for monohulls. This was an outstanding achievement for an extraordinary boat. She's distinctive for her America's Cup style flying foils and was launched back in 2023. Since then, there's been plenty of chatter about whether this boat, impressive though she is, could deliver a new level of performance for what is, after all, a luxury superyacht. That answer appears to be a solid yes. If you've not come across her before and want to know more, check out the feature we ran when she was launched. There's a link above or in the description below. She's been an amazing project and now she's delivering. So with 2 rocket ships alongside the dock in Antigua, here's what the crew had to say about their record-breaking crossings.
When your heart is racing and it feels like, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go. No, I want you till the sun comes.
I knew it was going to be, a close match race with our friends on Zoulou, and it was every bit of that.
But it's always great to be lining up against these guys. It's fantastic. These boats are just incredible. They're the best racing boats in the world.
Well, I think it's a pretty significant record because it's such an iconic route, and to be the fastest boat to ever go across is pretty special. And to get under a barrier like 5 days, where most people would be very happy with 20-day crossing, that we did 4 days and 23 hours, 51 minutes, is quite special.
And I think we more or less lost it on the starting line. It was a game of the rich getting richer at the beginning.
Yeah, it was a very quick race, and yeah, there were absolutely sailing like madmen behind us to try to catch up. And there were certainly spots where we wanted to back down, but we knew the other guys weren't. So we had to push, and made for a very frenetic pace. The intensity sort of ramped up as we got into day 2 with the sea state building and the breeze building a bit. So all of a sudden you're going 30, 32 knots in big waves, which is challenging in the daytime, but the nights were very long, 13-hour nights, very little moon, very dark.
Nighttime sailing on these things is brutal. It's violent, it's noisy, it's wet, but it's great fun, it's exhilarating. Your heart rate is up, it's real adrenaline time. You've got 3 numbers on the beam. You've got the boat speed, the true wind angle and the heading. And you are locked in on true wind angle, because if that goes too high, you're flipping over. And if you stick it too low, you're burying the bows in and pitch poling. So you are on this highway of no margin for error really, and you're really focused. So we kind of do an hour of driving and then you're burnt out.
There were a few situations where the guy that was next up in the helm rotation said, "Look fellas, I'm not up for it, someone's got to cover me." This was everybody. Everyone needed a break at some point. So it's important to get into that helm seat in big conditions and feel confident and feel like you can do it. And if you can't, then you've got a strong team and everyone's gonna help each other out.
It's all about having people on board you trust so you can get to sleep properly, and then they can trust you when they want to go to sleep.
Well, the pod is luxurious. We have a wet bar here. An entertainment system, female companionship. The team aspect, synergy is as important as skills, and we really get on. There's great chemistry to the depth of experience that we've all had together. So we're out there and we can communicate and do changes without speaking, and we know that the other guy's going to have your back, and that's just everything, especially in big conditions like we had in this year's race.
Multihull's got a little bit of danger involved in them, and that's part of the fun, is trying to find that balance of risk and reward.
It's fun, it's fantastic, that's why we do it. Some we win, some we lose, We like those guys, they're incredible competitors. We wouldn't be doing it if they were not here, so no, none of it is frustrating. It was brutal at time, you know, food and sleep were difficult, but the rest of it is all fun. No, it's all fun.
Well, I really love Antigua, and it's such a beautiful island, great people, so we're very happy to be finishing the race here for the first time.
Two days later, it was Raven's turn for the attention, as this beast of a boat set a new record for the monohulls, beating the previous record holder, the 100-foot carbon rocket Comanche.
Now, what the favorite moment with a boat of this kind is when she starts to accelerate, and you feel it just wants to go faster, and it's almost breathtaking because it comes so quick and so defined, and she just moves away.
You feel it.
It is amazing.
That's why when he says it, you feel the acceleration. It's pretty crazy. And I did some Mod 70 not long ago, and I realized it's exactly the same kind of acceleration. But you're on a 40 plus ton boat, and they are 7 tons, which is
Massive.
this boat is powerful for sure.
You know, if you can do a race like this in under 7 days, it's you've obviously had a lot of things go your way. I mean, the weather was awesome. We know the boat's fast. It's just a matter of keeping the thing in one piece.
We spent 2.5 years before we decided we were ready to do this race.
It's a downwind race, which we're still trying to develop the boat for that, but the boat's super fast through the water.
Being on an ocean, you need safety, and this boat is a good combination between a fast monohull and a foiling boat. It's the difference from a normal foiling boat. When she's not flying, she's crashing. This boat, you know, you get a huge amount of righting moment who lifts the boat up. But as soon as the foil stalls, she sails like a normal boat. So we have water ballast, 10 tons of water ballast, who kicks us right in common. So I would say this boat is safer than any other offshore boat. But it's no question of it's a working concept. I think you will see more boat of this type. Yes, no question about it. I think you will see this type of foils because they're efficient. But of course it's a bit of complication to run a boat with this type of foil. So it's a certain type of owner who wants a boat like this. It's no question of it's fast, it's reliable. You can get all this stuff into it without, and I think that will make this manageable for any sailor, really.
Comanche, when you're doing those sort of speeds, you're at 23 degrees of heel, the thing is just leant over and just everything is completely loaded up. Whereas when we finally get going and we're doing 30 plus knots, we're at 6 degrees of heel and the wings are up and it's beautiful. And if it's a flat sea state, the thing just wants to go faster and faster.
Yeah, we have to limit the speed really because the loads get up there. I think we did a good race. We sailed the boat well. The boat's got potential for sure. The group that we put together on this boat, all really good guys. A lot of us have sailed together over the years, and we've spent a lot of time sailing on this boat and trying to understand it.
The dynamics work. There is not a crossword. It actually is a pleasure to sail. The humour remains no matter what's going on, and that makes a big difference.
Winning line honours is one thing, but the range of boats in the fleet means that the trophy for the best corrected time will take a little longer to establish. But as we were putting this piece together, the Mach 50 Palinad 4 had crossed the line and was looking like a strong contender for the trophy. Designed by Sam Manward, she's a scow bow configuration and looks similar to a scaled up modern Class 40. And while the bluff bow might take a bit of getting used to, there seems to be no doubt that this unusual configuration is quick in the right conditions. According to Manward, who was on board for the race, they were frequently cruising at 20 to 25 knots in the trade wind conditions with a dry deck. While they'd sailed a blistering race though, finding out whether they'd managed to win overall under IRC was now a waiting game.